A great example of this is rock and roll. I've known tons of musicians over the years, and it's always fascinated me how two different people can take the exact same desire in totally opposite directions, one unconscious and destructive, and the other conscious and uplifting. I'll tell you about two such rockers, both comrades of mine, who said I could share a piece of their stories with you. One of them is a rock and roll guitar player in a really well-known band. He struggled with addiction for years. He told me it was an insatiable physical urge that nothing could stop. Not AA, not rehab, not alternative drugs, not love, not sex, not prayer, nothing. For a while there, he lost everything: his wife, family, and his band. He eventually got it figured out, but it took a long time. The other friend is a singer-songwriter who was also well into drugs and booze, but he had an interesting relationship with it. He looked at it as a method of mind expansion. Not the healthiest method, could be dangerous, walking the tightrope, but for him, a method nevertheless. He said he got high because it made him see things, feel things, realize things that he couldn't otherwise find for his music. He claimed it made him a better musician. Who knows? It was sort of enlightenment through debauchery. But as soon as he stopped learning and growing from it, he stopped indulging. Pretty rare and thoughtful of him. He was able to ride the wave consciously enough to stay out of any serious trouble. Drugs are always like that. It's either hide or seek. Folks take them to hide from something that causes pain and blocks them from their true needs and desires, or they take them to seek something beyond what blocks them. Of course, it's often a combination of the two, but both are a slippery slope. Makes me think of how the 1960s drug revolution expanded consciousness in ways that our society benefits from to this day. It ushered in a more open and aware relationship to personal freedom, behavior, belief, spirituality, etc., and more consciousness of social oppression. But both then and now, people either make it through the experience or they totally fuck up their lives. And it's the same with all desires, all yearnings, all needs. If they remain unconscious, they give you trouble because that's the only way they can express themselves to you. If they're made conscious, they not only solve your problems, they propel you down the path of your awakening and success in life. Now, sometimes identifying what you consciously need is easy. You know that what you really want is to be loved or acknowledged or feel free or whatever. Other times it's hard to know. There can be lots of confusing layers you have to fight through. A really powerful way to figure it out is to work on a problem. Like, say you eat too much because you're hungry all the time. The question is, what are you actually hungry for, and how can you figure this out and process it? Or maybe you have an exacting checklist for who you want to find in a relationship, but it never seems to come to fruition. Which items on your list are actual relationship processes, and which ones are projections of unmet inner needs that no outer person is ever going to fulfill? Complicated. Or perhaps you just want life's complications to go away. You want peace, but you don't know how to make it happen. In all of these situations, a powerful question to meditate on is, if I couldn't get what I want in the way I want it, food, a certain quality in a partner, have life's complications go away or whatever, but had to get it in a completely different way, what would that be? Focus on your yearning, your desire, your urges, and feel into the question. Imagine solutions. Visualize yourself fully satisfying your need, but in a completely different and more conscious way. This may help you connect with what you're actually hungry for, or what you actually need in a relationship, or what state of mind you need to access in yourself, regardless of life's complications.